Franz, latest film from Agnieszka Holland, co-written by herself and Marek Epstein, who also wrote one of Holland's previous movies, Charlatan, which I really liked. This is a Czech, French, German, Polish, Turkish co-production that tells the life story of Franz Kafka, one of the most influential writers of the 20th century. It is told partially out of order and out of reality, as it were. It mostly features his adulthood, attempts at writing, his struggles with relationships and family, but also frequently goes backwards in time to display moments from his childhood and forwards in time to show the sort of legacy, his legacy in the form of museums, historical locations you can visit with guided tours, and even Kafka burgers. Probably not a real thing, but a hilariously ironic concept. Now, I watched it not knowing much about Kafka's life. I've read several of his books and found them really interesting and inventive, but outside of that, never really took an interest in his life as a writer. And the film is quite successful at informing its audience and showing what kind of a person Kafka was, what were his influences and idiosyncrasies. He's very much coded as a neurodivergent person, and interestingly also framed as a person out of time who would perhaps be more comfortable in the reality of the 21st century, with remote relationships and social media replacing a lot of the direct conversations with people face to face, which also coincidentally would explain a lot about his writing. I think performances are good. The film also does a solid job with recreating the early 20th century Prague and other locations. The production design is very convincing. I'm not sure it's exactly flawless. There are some times when the pacing is off or too slow, and I don't think that all of the ideas, like examining the legacy and confronting it with what Kafka probably wanted to happen with it, are executed, exactly perfectly. But overall, it was an interesting enough watch. Informative yet entertaining. Again, not the best biopic of all time, but pretty good nonetheless.